Have you ever found yourself lost in the stronghold? Have you ever lost a run because you spent an eternity looking for the end portal? Have you ever lost a match in a tournament because, you kept checking the same 3 rooms? Well, worry no more, there is a solution. While it's been out there for rather a long time, I'm going to explain the strategy in depth and provide the most information I can to help you find the end portal in the shortest amount of time possible. To start off, the most helpful thing you can put into practice is Forsen's Law.
Title screen button.
Okay, actually, you know what? We're gonna call it the Bolan Conjecture, which, in my opinion, is more fitting anyway. So, the Bolan Conjecture implies that the farther you get from the starting staircase, your chance of finding the end portal room drops. What is the starting staircase? Well, it's these spiral stairs. If you climb them to the top, they will lead to nothing. If you want to learn how to dig straight into this starting staircase consistently, then watch my video on triangulation. It's in the top left. The stronghold is kind of like a tree. At the trunk is a starting staircase. You can probably choose a branch to go down and explore. But after a certain point, you probably want to turn around and return to the trunk. For one thing, you can't really get to another part of the stronghold all that easily without going back to the starting staircase. Secondly, your chances of finding the stronghold gets increasingly slim. Think about it this way. For every room you enter, after about 6 rooms, the odds are stacking against you. Here's a graph showing the chances of finding an end portal room that is a certain amount of rooms away from the starting staircase. This is really useful, and you can get away with backtracking earlier than you might initially think. And actually, the rooms are much smaller than you think. Obviously, this little torch room is 1 room, but if you come over here, this is 1 room. This little 4-way is 1 room. This little hallway is 1 room. This corner is 1 room. I don't know if stairs count as a room, but there's that. There's also this counts as 1 room. Down this hallway, that's 1 room. This corner is 1 room. Another 3-way junction, and then the jail is another room. Okay, so you might be thinking, well, how is it any help if I just spend a bunch of time looking for this special staircase, only to spend more time looking for the end portal? The answer lies in the fact that the stronghold generates its rooms pointing in a certain direction. That means, as long as the room is not symmetrical, then you can figure out which way to run. And even if it is symmetrical, there's still another way to find out where to go. So for any kind of stairs, you always want to go up them. Even those tiny stairs, even these spiral stairs. Although don't confuse these normal spiral stairs with the starting staircase. You always want to make sure the chests are on the right side of the hallway if you're going to the starting room. And for these 5-way rooms, the one across from the stairwell is the way to go. Another cool trick you can do is actually to look at the doors themselves. So you can see when a door is flush with the wall, meaning you can walk along it and you can't really go any forward. And if I were to break this block in front of it, the door will not break. However, on this side, I can walk in this little gap here. And if I do break the block right in front of it, the door would break. And so when a door is not flush like this, going in this direction gets you closer. So if we kept following the doors that are not flush with the wall, then we will quickly come to this starting staircase that we want to have. Is all this hurting your brain? And got any burning questions? No? Okay, good, because there's more. Funny enough, the stronghold can actually generate hidden rooms. I don't really know if this is intentional or not, but it can happen and it's pretty common. So the only place that can generate hidden rooms is this 5-way room. And so this 5-way room has 4 potential places to start a room. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and 1 here. You can see in this spot, there's just bland stone. Whenever you see anything that ends in stone, it's not a hidden room. So just by looking at this, I already know where there's going to be a hidden room, and it's going to be right here. And the reason I know that is because this stairway going downwards is facing west. So if this room is facing west or north, there will be hidden rooms. If it's facing east or south, there will not be. So why aren't there any hidden rooms behind these walls? And that's because neither of these two have an indent. So up top here, if there's an indent here, there will always be something jittering here. So you see there's an indent here where it kind of carves out a little bit of it. Because this mini stairwell faces west and there is an indent there, there's going to be a hidden room here. Now it's not the case on this side where everything is flush, and even though it points west, since nothing is indented, both of these do not have a room. Here is another example. Here we have another indent, and we have another indent up here. And since this mini stairwell faces north, you already know that this is going to have a hidden room, and this is going to have a hidden room. So here's an example where mini staircase points east. We see there's an indent up here, and here. So the only one we can really test is this one. Since the mini staircase points east, there will be nothing here. Lastly, it's recommended you turn on subtitles. Unless you or a creeper broke infested blocks in the stronghold, any silverfish you hear will be from the portal room. Why? Because of this little spawner. If you hear the sounds yourself or it pops up on your subtitles, take this opportunity to take turns that get you closer to the sounds or just dig in that direction. Now, one last thing you should learn to do is distinguish the portal room in the case that the stronghold is exposed. The end portal room has these iron bar windows lined up like this, which emits more light than most of other rooms. Also, the size is quite big, but do not confuse it with the library room, which is the biggest room possible. And that's about it for this video. If you learned something, help me out and like the video so others can see. You might like the rest of my content. So subscribe and check out my other videos. See ya.